Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another glorious day awaits our glorious nation as we finally tap into the unlimited power towards which we have been building for the last few years. In-game, of course, not in real life. Folks, this should be it. Finally, the episode where we activate the nuclear reactor. Just want to say, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. It does make a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it when I do it. But, as always, there is a tremendous amount to accomplish today, so I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. Let's get this party started, shall we? There is a couple of things that I want to tackle. I want to try, well, first and foremost, I think I really want to get the nuclear facilities here up and running. We came so very close last episode, so very close. But only at the last moment did I realize that we're not actually providing nuclear fuel to the reactor. And obviously, without nuclear fuel, there cannot be nuclear energy. So that's a bit of a problem. And then I also realized that we're not providing any chemicals or UF6 to the nuclear fuel fabrication facilities. So, you know, I realized close to the end of the previous session that there are still a couple of steps in this chain that are, or a couple of links in this chain that are broken. Let's put it that way to make the analogy actually work. But apart from that, I mean, we do have the production of UF6 started over here. I don't know if we're storing it anywhere. I think we should be able to store it up there, if I'm not mistaken. But I probably will just have a couple of trucks scoop it up directly from here. Another issue we have is that we can't actually get uranium oxide over to this conversion plant. I guess I'm only using this warehouse for the chemicals. Can I not actually get uranium oxide in here either? I guess not. Let's check here. Uranium oxide is that. What if I go ahead and add? No, building is incompatible. What do you mean by incompatible? If I can attach the factory connection, surely it must be compatible. But I guess not. But that's no matter. We can always, of course, use trucks to do a bit of shipping. I think we discussed this previously, but it was so long ago now that it had started slipping my mind a little bit. But we will get those trucks in. We will get some uranium oxide moving into this conversion plant over here, so it can also produce UF6, and we'll get that UF6 picked up and dropped off over here via trucks, alongside some chemicals. Actually, we'll need both of those, and you are connected all the way up over there. It's a bit of a journey to pick up the chemicals, but it's not the end of the world. And then we'll go ahead and then again use trucks to actually deliver the materials to the reactor. So all that needs to get set up today. Apart from that, though, I also want to get our residential area over here set up, and I also want to work a bit more on the congestion, the not traffic congestion per se, but just the I guess pedestrian congestion. I don't know what you'd call this, but the sheer number of people we have waiting at some of these bus stops that aren't going anywhere, it's becoming a little much. It's causing a lot of issues. I think they're not the end of the world, but they are causing some problems that I would really like to try and solve. And so hopefully between 1, 2, and 3 tasks, we'll accomplish what we set out to do so many episodes ago. We'll help with the 21 plus situation and the dropping population as a result of that 21 plus situation. Again, every time they hit 30, they leave, and we went from 90.6k to 89.4. That is a huge drop in population. And also with some of this stuff sorted over here, we'll be solving our unemployment situation as well. Though, truth be told, we have done a decent job, I would say, last session. Look at that dip. I think that was all last session's work, but, you know, we can push it a little bit further, and I think we'll do quite well for ourselves. But the first order of business is, yes, to make sure we have the trucks we need over here, and I think I'll actually bring them over from... I bring them from Betcherinka. You know what? No, we'll bring them from over here, because we've got the depot over here. It can drive over from... oh, actually, hang on a second. They'd have to go down, 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 over. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. I was just, well, I thought I had a more direct connection from up over there to the bridge, but I guess not. But it's not the end of the world. This is not the biggest detour or anything. However, you know what? Let's just go ahead and dump all these prefab panels. 16 tons, well, 14 tons of prefab panels. It's not the end of the world. We've been carrying it for so long. They've been sitting there, and I imagine these are the same guys that can move, yes, uranium oxide. I hope they can move UF6 as well. I've been told that it automatically gets packaged into containers. I hope that's the case, because if not, then there might be a bit of trouble here. Let's go ahead and discard all this cargo. Let's go ahead and erase from line, and let's go ahead and give you some instructions, and we'll see if we can't... well, we'll see what comes of it. Uranium ore. No workers are coming through over here. Are we just out of reach? I believe we might be, actually. We are. No, we're not. Okay. We'll keep an eye on this and make sure that people are actually coming over here as well. We know people are definitely working over here, not in great droves or anything like that, and it is actually out of uranium oxide. I think it's just because the forklift facility moves so much faster, right? So why don't we go ahead and start this line over here. Pick up that uranium oxide, okay? Come up over here, unload the uranium oxide, and I don't think we can load... Yeah, okay, interesting. I can try saying load vehicles and containers and see what happens, I suppose, and then go over here and unload vehicles and containers, because hypothetically, again, that's how the UF6 is being carried. Well, so what I can do is actually let's go ahead and get rid of that, load up there, and then let's truck on over to here, load some, again, quote-unquote vehicles and containers here as well. Yeah, and then we'll go over here to unload all of that. Can you actually load the nuclear fuel as well, or is that also in containers? And how do I... Okay, well, this is a bit of an experiment. This is a bit of an experiment, isn't it? Don't need an advanced setup over here. And come up over here and drop it all off is, in theory, how it should work. Now, I might have this all wrong. Let's go ahead and get you started, and we'll see. We'll view line details, and let's call this the PartyElite, nuclear delivery line. Sure, nuclear truck line. Why not? Sure, let's do that. Save those changes, and we'll go ahead and get you started. I've already launched you. I'm just not sure if this is the right vehicle. I mean, again, yes, many of you have said that, yes, this is the vehicle that we need, but it's not clearly marked, and that makes me nervous, obviously. I don't want to over-invest in it if it's not the case. Covered hull doesn't carry anything except for chemicals. We will need some covered hull to move chemicals around over here. We know that. In fact, why don't we go ahead and actually purchase you and get you going from there to there. Over here, you're going to load up on chemicals. Over here, you're going to unload... See, what I want to do is I want to do like a 50-50 kind of a split. So let's say 50% here, and then you're going to come up over... I hate when it does that. The autosave like disengages the tool you're using. And I want you to come up over here and unload the rest of the chemicals you're carrying. Go back down the hill, pick up. Yeah, that should work. It'll be a little slow, truth be told. So we'll probably want more than just the one... covered hull here. Probably need like 3 or 4 to keep up. Oh, actually, you know what? Right, chemicals are coming over here through the... Okay, right. I'm glad I checked. The forklift facilities... I forgot I had this forklift facility over here to deliver chemicals down over here, so we don't actually need this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that stop. So just pick them up over here and drop them off over here. Okay, excellent. That makes it a lot faster. I mean, still not super fast, but faster than what it was going to be, right? So that's all good. You're on your way as well. But let's just see. Open hull. I mean, again, all it says... Go to some of the bigger ones, I guess. All it says is... uranium oxide. It says can load vehicles on the flatbed. Vehicles typically also means the containers. So I guess we'll see. We have you have 6.26 tons over here. Not enough to ship out. Same thing over here, not enough to ship out. So I assume that's why we're not actually seeing any containers. But I mean, this looks like container loading, areas. So in theory, it makes sense. And that would also explain why Look, we'll see. Like, in theory, that's why the forklift can't go here, right? Because Now, hang on a second. Shouldn't these guys automatically push the containers up to there? I guess we'll find out. Because forklifts aren't able to do that, but if you recall our vehicle production down over here, what ends up happening is as soon as there... wow, did not go south enough. As soon as there's an overflow over here at the vehicle production line, that overflow then gets pushed onto the space for vehicles and containers. So technically, in theory, if it works the same way, that's what we'll get. Where when we have an overflow, a surplus of UF6 over here, it should automatically get pushed up to there. Unfortunately, we won't get the same happening for this guy because he does not have a direct connection. But can he? Well, first let's see if that's how that works, and if it is, then I might readjust these roads and make that connection there, and then we can have trucks come over here to pick up the UF6 instead, right? So let's just see first if that is in fact how it works. Now with all this assigned, let's go ahead and hit resume, let time move forward, and we're also actually going to buy two more of these trains, the Bombatia trains. And thank you again for the confirmation in the comments that I wasn't wrong with regards to the ownership of this company. I mean, it really did throw me off. I was very confused, despite being tremendously certain otherwise. I was extremely confused. But where did my lovely train go? Oh, right, train set. Sorry. Over to here, these guys, right? 600 passengers, higher speed, better engine power. These are the ones. Let's go ahead and get two more. Two more. Let's go ahead and find... oh, I was like, what was that sound? It was that plane landing, I think. And let's go ahead and find these guys. Or you know what, actually, I can probably just do set line. And it's the PartyElite line, I'm fairly certain. But you know what, now that I say it, I'm a little nervous. Yes, it is definitely the PartyElite line. So set line, PartyElite. Let's go ahead and start you. And this should be enough to get quite a few people up here, to get enough people up here and working. Set line, PartyElite. Go ahead and start. Right, I gotta wait until the track is freed up. Shouldn't take too long. Off you go, down around the bend. Take you off as well. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now this should be really good for employment, I think, because we have a lot of jobs. And remember, all of these numbers need to be tripled as far as employment is concerned, because each of these numbers represents only oh, what are you doing? Each of these numbers represents only a one shift, one of 3 shifts. Is this really what's happening over here? You're going all the way out. How do you get to this waypoint over here? I might actually need to build a loop over here. Otherwise, these guys will disrupt everything. Yeah, I can't pull this guy back now. I think I actually need to have a loop built over here, which is not ideal, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Why don't I go ahead and establish it like up over here or something? Gives us enough room. You kind of come out, you go up there, you loop around, you go back up. I mean, what else am I going to build up over here, right? Like, I'm not going to be establishing any more facilities over here, I don't think. And that gives us room to, yeah, make it look nice. So sure, why don't we try that? Not the biggest fan of this, and I don't think this needs to be too complicated. What we can do is, this is the electrified railway, yes. We can do like a, let's see, like a line like that. And now this might be a horrible mistake, and if you guys think it is, you let me know down below, and I will, of course, course correct. But I do think this is going to save us a fair bit of, well, it'll stop all this nonsense from happening, right? Do that, and then hook you up like... oh, come on now, too steep. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. You know you want to work. You know this is going to be absolutely gorgeous, and you want to work perfectly. Let's go ahead and do that then. And then... really, too steep of an incline. How? Where? It's this little bump over here going up over there. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Not a problem. Then what if we try and pull in before that? We should be okay. There we go. There we go. There, nice and... I want to try and make it as smooth as possible at the connection there. Cool. There we go. That should be... that's quite nice. So the way this should work in theory is the train comes through, going this way, and it goes, alright, I gotta loop around this way, come back up this way, And head over this way, back into the station, back towards that waypoint. I could probably actually get rid of the waypoint at this point, but let's see if see what I think I might be able to do is place the waypoint over here instead, and that'll force this guy to take the loop over here. I think this loop makes sense. I don't think I need a second one, right? Because trains don't go like yeah. I don't think I need a second one, but I will need some semaphores, I think, right? Because if you're going in this way. Going in this way, I'll need... Jeez, this is going to be a mess, isn't it? This is going to be a mess. I'm going to need you to be a chain, because this is technically a junction, right? And then over here, why don't we go ahead and place a regular semaphore. And then over here, place a chain semaphore, so that we stop here if things aren't free. Though this will be in use so minimally in use that I don't think the semaphores are going to cause us any issues or anything like that. I hope not. We're about to find out. Let's go ahead and fund all that. What I will need to do though is get this guy to turn around, and it'll cause him a bit of a jam, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just to buy us some time while these tracks get laid. So let's go ahead and do that. He's gonna turn around. Come on. No. Stop. Turn around. Go. God damn it. I needed it to happen in time so that he would take this loop, but now he's gonna, I think, get stuck between semaphores. That's not ideal. There's one of the trains coming through to overtake. In you go. Beautiful. What are you up to? You're gonna get stuck, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of this chain over there, and this guy will flip around again. That should allow him to get a little bit further along before realizing there's nowhere for him to go, and then he should be able to loop back. Come on, keep going, buddy. Oh my god. In real pain. I might need to flip this into a two-way momentarily, just so I can see the route. Are you going, or... Alright. Flip you around again. Real pain right now. Real pain. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Well done. Just gotta egg these trains on every once in a while. Once it clears, we can go ahead and... Because I want to test this out. This is a great opportunity to actually test this out. Why don't you keep coming through? Cool. Flip you around. Go ahead and get the chain back over here. And... flip you around as well. Alright. Let's see if this works as it's supposed to. He should take this this connection. And if he doesn't, then we're going to have to redo that dance a little bit. Hopefully. We view the line details. Let's see. Which way are you going to go? I wish the line details would actually tell us that they're going to use this waypoint. Can't tell just quite yet. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's all I needed. Just confirmation that it would work. And that should be okay. That should be okay now. Every train that comes through should use that loop and get back out of here. Now, I mean, ideally, I think it would probably be a bit more compact. It would probably actually be a bit closer to the station itself, or we'd have a system where they end up on the correct side. You know, they end up on this side every time, so when they come back, they go back in the right direction. But hey, it is what it is. I think that does the trick for now. If we have to tweak anything else, we can always tweak it later. Let's go ahead and deal with, well, what's the situation here? Okay, unemployment's kind of like coming back up, but that's okay. As these trains... as more and more trains start to operate, we'll be okay, I think. But let's go ahead and get some of these passengers moving. Now, I do know that we have some passengers here, at least. Some passenger buses, I mean. Where do you go? You bring people over to here. From where? And over to here? No, you drop them off at St. Elitesburg Extra Large Station, which is down over here, and this station over here, from where they're able to participate in all manner of activities. They're able to go shopping, I believe. This is the accounting hall. That's not what I meant. School. This is the shopping center. People can walk up to here. They can buy goods that they need and everything. Okay, cool. Hopefully this is happening at a. Hopefully this movement is happening at a decent rate, because I'm about to add a lot more pressure to this shopping center over here. I might need to add another shopping center in the area actually. And these guys, are you able to walk down to... Yes, you are. From that bus stop, people are able to come down to this shopping center as well. This is a far emptier one, so you know, hopefully they'll spread out appropriately. But let's see. So let's go ahead and get the MAZ 203s added to this line over here. If I could just find my production facilities here. There we go. Go ahead and move. I'm wondering, like, how many do I want to bring in here? 2, 3 perhaps? We're in the process of producing our third one over here right now. 2 for now, I think will do the trick. We'll also want to take care of students, right? Because a lot of students are hanging out over there, not doing anything, not getting an education. So that's obviously not ideal. Let's go ahead and flip you to blue. I like this color coordination that we've been doing. And let's go ahead and set line to vehicle. There you go. And to you as well. Nice try, trying to get away from me. I can actually keep an eye on you if you're... There we go. Blue as well. Okay, perfect. So 2 for now, and then we'll get a third one soon, I guess. Are we low on any materials, or are we just working slowly here? Just working slowly. Okay, fair enough. Now, this should be helpful. This is the Krasna St. Elitesburg passenger line. And that's not the only place where passengers are overwhelming, right? That's not the only place where we have way too many passengers. Where are we? Krasna. Look at all your parking lots. We've got the bus stop over here, I think. Yeah. I mean, look at that, though. Like 600, basically, almost consistently. 600 plus passengers just clogging the space up. It's far from ideal. And then over here... No, that's Krasna still. Where is the St. Elitesburg? There you are. Quite a few passengers here as well. Again, just clogging it all up, right? And what's your line? We've got the MAZ 203s. Oh, come on now. You've got the Krasna. You pick up from Krasna as well as from here, and you drop... Okay, so we have one line that's dedicated to the Krasna bus stop, and then another line that does Krasna as well as St. Elitesburg. Okay, fair enough. So we'll add some more to this as well. Maybe a pair of passenger buses to this one that does both Krasna and St. Elitesburg, and I think that would be helpful. Almost done with our next bus over here, and then we'll get the fourth one out soon. I'm kind of tempted to buy it, just to get it done. There's our blue. Go ahead and set line to, or rather, view line details. Set line to vehicle. There you go. Immediately get assigned. Be on your way. Glad I checked. Off you go. We only have 3 vehicles on this line. That's like barely enough. Well, it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough, in fact. Because each of these buses can take, what, how many people? Each of these buses can take 102. 3, oh my god. That's, yeah, we're way out of alignment there. So let's go ahead and get a couple more, right? And I think it'll make such a big difference in just employment as well. Because workers will be once again able to use the stops like they need to. What's the deal up over here? We've got these trucks over here now, hopefully. Yeah, looks like we are, in fact, moving UF6 around. Okay, beautiful. So, if that's the case... The unfortunate thing is if we have to wait until there's an overflow for this to load up, it'll be some time before this loads up over here. That is unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that forklifts actually cannot move. Well, very clearly looks like something that a forklift could move. Right, like... I think a forklift could move that. Or, okay, maybe that's a little bit on the big side. I take it back. That's a little large. That's the size of a forklift, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I take it back. But our first delivery of UF6 over here. Do we have any workers over here? We do. We do. Missing power. Oh, that's ironic. A little bit. Hang on. They got chemicals, they got UF6, but they don't have power, so they cannot produce. Oh, no. Okay, they don't need power, actually. Or there's a wind turbine that just kicked up. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Producing slowly but surely. Jeez, very slowly. But also very surely. Fair enough, fair enough. This is funny. Just struggling with the wind power, I think. How slowly will they actually produce this? I mean, current production percentage is the rate of production, not the completion of production, right? Oh, this will take some serious time. This will take some serious time at this rate. I mean, once we have power flowing properly here, it won't be as problematic. So we just gotta get that jump start, you know, just gotta get that little kickstart, little push. Little push. Down over here, we just finished another bus. Go ahead and move you to there. Go ahead and that line to you. Go ahead and get your colors corrected. There we go. Beauty. Now we got 4. Get you launched. We'll see how much of a difference that actually ends up making. Hopefully enough of one. Hopefully. It'll take some time for the buses to even get here, of course, and then we'll hopefully see the effect shortly thereafter. What's the deal over here? Oh wow, a lot of this has actually been completed. A lot is going down today. This is great. Now, do we actually have workers coming over here? Building is without power supply. Okay, we need oops. We need power over here. Fair enough. Where is the closest substation? Because I do believe we have the substation over here. We've got quite a few underground cables over here, right? We've got this underground cable up to here. I might want to build a... we have this line going through over here as well. I wonder if I split this up down over here and put a substation somewhere over here, or do I put it centralized, like right next to this bus stop, perhaps? No, the switch would look rather nasty, I think, over here. If I were to put a substation down over here, you would power quite a few buildings. Where are... You're powering quite a few. You're powering quite a few. So it's just like a couple of buildings, I think, that are missing power. This one and this one are missing power. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and... You're going to go this way, you're going to go through. Why don't we go ahead and establish a substation... Trying to figure out the best spot for it. Like over here, maybe? We can get the switch established like somewhere over here or over here. This is too far, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's got to be like over here. Okay. Why don't we go ahead over here? The road connection is going to be annoying if I do decide to establish it. But I would put you down over here like so. Maybe a little bit further just so there's some redundancies further along. Why not, right? Might as well. Here. Pop you down there. Enough room for a road. Oh, come on. Come on. There it is. Sweet spot. Bam, right there. Go ahead and establish the voltage, the medium voltage switch. Like so. Try and line this up nicely. Not that it matters, it'll all be underground, but still want it to look good, right? Like so. Oh, come on. Auto build. Go ahead and flatten you. There we go. Pop you down. It will be auto built anyways. And let's go ahead and cancel. Let's see. Let's cancel all of that, because then I can get the... Why is this so nasty like this? Why? Why are you like this? Oh, come on now. When did this mess up? When did this happen? It used to work perfectly, and I guess now it doesn't. Well, that's great. Okay. That's fantastic. What if I... Nope. What is going on here? Alright. Must have been my angle. Must have been some like parallax or something going on there. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Either way, it's working, so I'll take it. Hook you up like that. Yeah, it looks like it's like dropping tremendous. I know that I adjusted it to go underneath the station over here, but I don't know why it would do this. But you know what? Listen, it really is fine. I gotta stop sweating the small stuff sometimes. I'll hook you up like that, and then hook you up like that, right? Let's go ahead and fund all of that. Out of the underground view, go ahead and fund you as well. And that should do the trick. That should do the trick. Road connection is required. How do you not have it? You have a road connection. You also have a road connection. Don't be like this game. Oh, is it not accepting footpaths anymore? Because you used to be able to send fire trucks and stuff through footpaths. We're gonna find out, I guess. We're gonna find out together. That would be very unfortunate if they've somehow now, for some reason, changed how emergency vehicles work. Because I quite liked that they would use footpaths. Like, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. What are we looking at here? Oh, we've got a little bit of nuclear fuel. Is it enough nuclear fuel? I have my doubts, but we'll find out. So, okay, let's make sure that nuclear fuel is moving properly. Let's go ahead and get you to the nuclear fuel fabrication spot over here to see if you'll load up vehicles / containers, and if that will include the nuclear fuel. Are you performing your U-turn, or what are you doing? I don't know why you went all the way down there. What are you... Hold on, what are you doing? Oh, are you getting gas? Yeah, he's probably getting gas. Alright, fair enough. Can't blame him for that. Oh, he's gonna go all the way back over here, isn't he? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I do just want to make sure this is working before I, again, dedicate too many resources to it, right? How's unemployment looking? Oh, that's looking great. That's looking great. I mean, this year, it's January now, so Happy New Year. Perfect timing on the music there, but that's good. We know that number is lower than anything it's been for a very long time now. Many sessions. So that's fantastic. I would really like to... I just want to make sure that this is working properly. I don't want to, like, walk away from it and then come back and go, oh, why do we still not have nuclear power? You know what I mean? But this is good. We've got workers coming through over here. Workers waiting to be picked up by the bus. Bus coming through right on time to pick up a handful of them. And then the next bus will hopefully come through as well to pick up a few more. There's another train load. Amazing. Amazing. This is great. We might actually be bringing too many people up over here. We might need more buses down over here, in fact, actually, to help move some of these guys around. But we definitely have... I'm fairly certain we have the jobs. You know, we have the jobs. Oh, don't... Yeah, this was pointed out to me in the comments that apparently, despite what the line says these buses are doing, apparently these guys are going past the waypoint, U-turning, and then coming back over here, which is silly. We'll see if we can't sort that out at some point, but that is unfortunate. A little dumb. just a touch. Just a touch. We're good, we're good. Are you guys unable to produce? No, you are. You are able to produce. I was like, are you unable to produce if you have a container waiting over here? But that doesn't seem to be the case. This is our buddy over here. Yeah. So let's see if he's able to pick up the 0.1 ton of nuclear fuel, which should be enough actually to run this for some time. 0.1 ton is, you know, a full, like, cycle's worth of production. And then there'll be the nuclear waste that we'll have to take care of. But let's see if this operates. Let's see if this operates. You can come through over here and you're going to pick up... What? Nothing. You're not going to pick anything up. Because this is not a container. I don't think we have enough nuclear fuel to pick up right now. So fair enough. We'll keep an eye on it, but fair enough, fair enough. Again, I think as we get more workers over here and as we get a steadier supply of power, we'll be okay. Kind of funny thinking about this, the backup, you know. Relying on another source of power to provide power. Okay, it does. We do get. We can see what our container looks like. That's got to be a container, right? It's called container type. It's got to be what we need here. It's just a matter of, yeah, tonnage. Does it say how much we need? 0.2 tons. Okay, so I think we need at least 0.2 then to move it. Oh, well, I guess 0.2 is the maximum it can hold. So once it gets up to 0.2, we should see some movement. So why don't we go ahead and keep this open, just tucked off to the side there, and take another quick peek at this. Oh, we've got a long way to go for this still. This will still be a long time coming. Unemployment, though, looking fantastic. Below 4K, are you kidding me? We actually dipped a fair bit below 4K. That's fantastic. Now, I hope it's not mostly because of this construction site. With that said, though, the fact that we're sub 4K unemployed with all of this done, that's very promising. I mean, sure, okay, there's still this to go, okay, but like most of this work here is done. That is extremely promising. So I guess you still have a little bit to go as well. But of course, now we're providing employment over here as well, right? So these guys are all able to work over here. We have those buses that come over here delivering workers. We'll also want to get passengers and tourists dropped off over here to get all this culture soaked up, right? On which note, let's take a quick look over here. How are we doing? Is that bus about to come up over here? No. 400. Not like an amazing change in pace or anything. Do we have any buses that we could pull in? Trying to steal that bus away from me. I gotta be a lot quicker if I'm gonna actually try and use these buses, Go ahead and set you to blue. And go ahead and assign you. Which one? Krasna or the one that does both? Maybe the one that does both. Like you, go ahead and view line details. Eyes on you. Set line to vehicle. There you go. You've already launched technically, so that's fine. And we do have a bus over here. Let's move you over to there. Get you set up to the right color. And add you to this line as well. This guy I'm going to actually have to launch because he's still going to his depot. We'll have to launch that bus, and then hopefully that'll be enough. I'm hoping that because these buses do serve both, I don't know, they're never actually going to end up serving both is my concern. Because what's going to end up happening is they go to the first bus stop, they fill up, right? They go to Krasna, they fill up on Krasna. I mean, the hope is that because Krasna is getting double the service, eventually they won't fill up at Krasna, and they will eventually start filling up at St. Elitesburg as well. But I mean, look at that. I mean, okay, at least it's not 600, but it's still 400. There's no small number. There's no small number. No tourists waiting over here or anything. We should get some tourists coming over from St. Elitesburg or something like that. We don't get that many tourists, and I wonder if I shouldn't work on getting more tourists before I work on sending tourists over to this location. I don't think we'll activate that until this palace is done. Just because, like, have you ever been a tourist in a place where, like, you're excited to see something and you've looked up the brochures and everything and you get there and it's covered in scaffolding and stuff? I had that happen to me a lot, especially when I went to Japan. And it was a real bummer because, like, I was so excited to see so many things, and, I had all my research done, I had all my pamphlets and everything. I was, like, fully prepared, and a lot of things were being, like, touch-ups or repairs or this. Some things were completely closed. And it's fine, it's entirely understandable, but it is still disappointing. And I don't want any tourists to leave our nation disappointed. So when the palace is done is when we will start, we'll open this entire area up. Because it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a term that is escaping me right now. But the idea is that, this is a tourist hub. It's not a campus. It's the equivalent of a campus except for, like, other things. I just can't remember right now. But it's a group of tourist facilities. This is all one big thing whose name I can't remember. And one of those things is under construction or maintenance. And so that's why I don't want to open it because it's technically an incomplete experience. All right. Back up over here, we do have a cask type B ready to roll. Let's see what happens over here finally. Well, it'll be some time perhaps. Where is our buddy here? Is coming up over here. Now, actually, are you going to load up on a second one? Can you load up on a second one? There is no second one to load up on. Okay, fair enough. So while you're doing that, why don't we go ahead and really quickly over here, extremely quickly come down over here, see if another bus is done. Okay, it is. It's being stolen away from me. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on this. There's a lot to keep an eye on. We'll see. You're not being delivered to the customer. Oh, no, that's an instruction. Okay, here comes this guy. We'll see if he's able to pick these guys up. Not these guys. Well, wherever these things are stored. You're gonna drop this off, and are you gonna pick it up as well? There's the drop off. There's the pickup. Beautiful. It's working. All right, excellent. Zoom in on you. Go ahead and set line to vehicle. Change your color. Well, actually, I can't set line to vehicle yet. I gotta move you to here. Then I gotta set line to vehicle. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Whew. Everything's happening. Everything's coming together all at once, of course. You're fine, though. You're fine. Let's go ahead and follow you to you. And hopefully, once the nuclear fuel arrives, we'll have workers around to actually convert that into nuclear energy. Oh, man. It's almost time, though. Up we go. Come on, now. Where's the next train, actually? We might need even more trains. Oh, no. What do we have here? We got a jam over here. Why do we have a jam over here? How could you possibly be coming down this way? What do we got going on over here? I guess you were hoping to go through and pop out. You want to stay on the right side. Oh, this is not ideal. Okay. And I should be able to flip you around. Flip you around. Do you still have workers? You do not. You do. And you do. But quite a few of these guys I think are going to start leaving soon. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. We'll figure that out shortly. I do want to watch this get delivered. I want to watch it get turned into nuclear power. Hopefully some workers will still be around. No, I guess not. They're all going home. Now, I actually did get asked if workers don't need to be, brought back home. Yeah, I always tend to take workers to their workplace, but I don't take them back home. From my understanding, and folks can correct me if I'm wrong, but this has been my understanding since the beginning, workers sort of teleport home after their shift is done. So you don't actually have to drive them back home. But folks, there it is. Finally, the nuclear fuel has arrived, and we are just waiting on some engineers to help the workers turn that into power. Yes, unlimited power. I'm really excited. It's been so long. It's been so long. Okay, off we go. Off we go. You're going as well. 329 workers. Hopefully these guys haven't been in this vehicle for too long. Oh, they have been, haven't they? Oh, they're not going to make it. They're going to disappear. That's really unfortunate. I'm kind of tempted to turn this guy around because these guys are not going to make it. Oh, they might make it. All it takes is one jam. Now, what happened there, actually? What happened there? Yeah, see, these guys are all going back home. Because they can only stay on a vehicle for 4 hours before they teleport home. It's a way to stop them from getting stuck if there's a jam, like there was over here, right? They might start dying from, hunger and stuff. What happened over here? What happened over here? Basically, a train was coming through, and it decided to use the same, set of tracks that another train was already using, and that train could only go one way. Yeah, they were trying to go out this way, right? So these guys had, rolled in this way, even though there was a train over here. Why would they have taken that turn? That doesn't make any sense. We'll see it when there's a follow-up jam. We'll have to wait for another jam, I guess. This train is empty. Yeah, a couple of trains are going to be empty right now. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, wait. We're operating. When did these workers get here? We had just enough to get a little bit of work done over here. We still have 0.2 tons of nuclear fuel. I don't think we've actually generated... Oh, I guess we are generating power. Operating without issues. Everything's working. Wow. There it is. That's I guess that's unlimited power. That's what it looks and feels like, eh? No electricity shooting out of our hands or anything like that. Fair enough, I'll take it. Oh, and you know what? That our semaphore in a little roundabout there is actually doing its job. It's actually holding that train back so that second train can go through. So that's good. That's good. Now you're gonna get stuck there until this train clears, won't you? Okay, but we have that train arriving. These guys actually arrive in quick succession, don't they? Once you get out of there, you'll get pushed along. I think it's partly because the semaphore outside of the roundabout is a chain, which is why it waits so long. But it does look like trains are moving smoothly over here, so that's good. I keep forgetting how fast these trains are. They were also jammed up, right? That's also another thing. They were packed against each other. Beautiful. Now it's definitely operating at full, kind of full steam ahead. That seems That seems like an inaccurate statement. But it's almost certainly operating at full strength right now. I imagine it's got quite a few workers and engineers, so not at maximum production percentage. We'll get. I think we actually need to get connections before it'll start producing power. I think it needs to send that power somewhere before it'll start producing it. We can export a lot of that power as well. That's the thing. It's an easy way to make money. It's one of the best ways actually to make money early on, I think at least, is to export power, because you need power. You'll almost certainly have a surplus if you develop like a coal power plant or something. You'll have a surplus for your initial village or town that you establish. So it's a good way to get some initial financial boosts. Man, this is pretty cool. This has been a long time coming. So to see this area all kind of up and running, to see the hustle and bustle, to see those buses moving around. Oh, see, that bus actually did the loop properly. The one that just is at the bus stop outside the nuclear power plant. That one did the loop properly there, so that's pleasing at least. That's good. I wonder what's wrong with the other ones. Maybe I just need to reset the line and they'll readjust. But yeah, seeing all the buses come through, seeing all these trucks moving materials around, and seeing even the turbines still turning as the nuclear facilities are fully operational is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. In comes the rain to rain on our parade. That's okay though. We're feeling too good. We can't. This won't. If anything, the only thing this will whet is our appetite for success. How's about that? There we go. All right. Let's take a quick look again over here. Quite a few people coming through. Excellent. These buses are typically full. Excellent. Well, it's an assumption to say they're typically full, but that's the hope, I guess. Passengers. Still a lot of passengers over here. What's unemployment looking like? All right. Okay, not bad. If this is our new norm, if sitting around 3 to 4 to 5K is our new norm, I'm pleased. That's a huge drop compared to what it was before, so not going to complain about that. All these buses coming through and filling up. Okay, good stuff. Lots of workers here still without jobs and without some basic needs being met. Ooh, what's the problem here? Alright, you know what? Before we get into the issues of food and meat and that kind of stuff, again, all over again, I think we need to look at establishing our new residences. We need to spread this population out a little bit so that the same places aren't being consistently overwhelmed. We should, though. We've got food over here. We've got some meat over here. Not a tremendous amount, but we have a decent movement of these goods, I thought. I also need to get this logistics terminal actually delivering stuff soon. I thought we had a decent flow of food and meat, but I guess I'm mistaken. Let's turn our attention up over here, though, momentarily, because I do think we need to establish this residential area, and I think in doing so we will actually alleviate some stress, and people will be able to shop at some of these shops, because what's happening right now, I think, is people are going to these shops in droves, and before, persons 1 to 100 pick up all the food and meat, and then person 101 arrives, and person 101 to person 500, when they arrive, they're like, oh, all the food and meat is gone. What the hell? But if there were not to be person 2 to 500 or whatever arbitrary numbers I assigned, if they were to be elsewhere shopping at a different mall or market or what have you, then everybody's getting their food and meat and clothes and all that stuff, right? So hopefully by establishing this residential center over here and by establishing proper delivery of goods to it, we'll be fine. Now, I do wonder if, again, we were talking about setting up farms and stuff, but I wonder if I don't instead want to take a train all the way up and just buy food from like Karabadag instead. Buy food, buy meat, bring it down, because the novelty, not just the novelty, but the challenge of self-sustenance, I think is behind us, right? And I've brought this up a couple times, and I think quite a few of you do agree that it's not something to care so much about anymore. We managed to do it for quite a bit of our nation. And then, it's been an on and off struggle and challenge, and that's been fun. But there's a certain tipping point, right? As we're going to see orphanages and police stations and secret police and all that kind of stuff be added. Do we still want to be dealing with food and meat when there's all this other exciting stuff to deal with, water, sewage, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, that's something to think about. And it's not easy either setting up an import route in this game. It's not just like a couple of clicks. I mean, it can be a couple of clicks, but we're going to do it the more challenging way, which is actually establishing a line, bringing a train down with crops. Do we want to do the actual work? to at least employ some people. It's not a bad idea. So maybe crops, or maybe we just bring, yes, food and meat directly, bring it down, ship it over all the way around. We'll try and... This will be interesting, because, like, do we want to try and drop some off, like, over here, you know? That, I think, would be... That's asking for trouble, I think. What we might do is, like, establish a location up over here, maybe, where we drop everything off. This could be, like, a bit of a logistics area, I guess. Right? Drop everything off over here, and then it gets distributed over here and over here, using distribution offices up over here. But that very same train that drops the food and meat off over here drops, let's say, 50% off, and then goes back off on its journey down over to where? Like somewhere like down over here, maybe? A little depot over here where we distribute to some of the spots down here. I mean, y'all let me know what you think about that. I think that could actually work quite nicely. It would bring us a tremendous amount of food and meat. Though we do have a bunch of distribution offices up over here, so it would be nice to get these guys involved. I mean, I guess I could still have them going all the way down over here to pick up the food and meat and do all the deliveries, right? Like, it's far, but it's not the end of the world. So that is an option. Or we can keep these guys as they are, you know, operating as they are, and add a second logistics center down over here to deliver the food and meat I was talking about here. And maybe even up over here to double down on here, because this is going to be a high-density area. It's going to be a very high-density area, and I'm actually quite curious to see how it operates and if it operates okay. I'm satisfied enough with this highway connection. It's not like my most favoritist of things, I guess, but you know, it'll do the trick. Oh, that won't do the trick. That looks nasty. But it'll do the trick. I don't think we need to overcomplicate this by making this an entirely accurate type of highway situation. I think we'll have more opportunities and more reason to do that in future at future junctions, to pun a little bit because I can't help myself. Smooth you out. Okay, so this is where things get a little interesting. Can I not smooth this out? God, it looks terrible. Do that. Smooth. Okay, hopefully that works. Well, not perfect, but again, trying not to chase perfection here. Let's move you first, and let's get you... There we go. Okay. So how are we actually going to do this? Part of me was tempted to build like a bridge that goes over top, and you know what? I think I will. I was thinking about this before the session started, like before I started recording, and I was like, oh, you know what? We can probably just do a road crossing. Like, it's fine. It's not that busy a place, but you can see how many trains come through, like, consistently over here. So I take that back. I take that sentiment, that thought back, but I did want to put it out there as something I did consider. So fine, we will want to do sort of an overpass over here. Let's go ahead and set the terrain up for it then. I think doing it close to the train station is nice. I think it could visually be a compelling thing to look at. So I want to go ahead and raise the train over here. We'll have to replace some of these trees that we're chopping down. That should be okay. And then over here as well. Let's go ahead and lift you up a little bit. And then we should be able to build an overpass, hopefully. Could always use the topography. I mean, I don't know how clear that really is. I feel like these are more level than the game is letting on. Like, where's my little white hotspot there? That's non-existent. Why not? Alright, well, let's try the concrete bridge. Concrete or prefab? I always forget which one I prefer. Do the concrete bridge. Should be able to connect. Yeah, we're not auto-building? Yeah, okay, cool. So let's make sure that we have, like, a smooth incline and stuff. I don't want this to look too, like, nasty, obviously. I like when they look believable, right? I like when they look believable, so let's go ahead and raise this up a little bit. Like that. There we go, smooth this out a little bit over here. There we go. That should work, right? Because you come up this way. We'll, like, smooth this out as well. Like that. There we go. It's actually really fast. These excavators and stuff are super fast. Move that out. There we go. So you go through, you turn around, you have a bit of a bumpy ride over here maybe. You come up top and then down over here as well. It should do the trick. And I'm hoping that we're able to get pretty direct connections up over here as well. Let's smooth that out too. Cool. All right, so concrete bridge. Now, do I want this? So one thing I've been thinking about is the congestion we see over here and just how bad it can get. I'm wondering if rather than do a single main road like I've done over here, and I've kind of regretted at times, I wonder if we don't do sort of a double road like we did all the way back over here. We do still see a decent bit of traffic over here, but it's not the end of the world like it is sometimes in around Krasna and whatnot. So I do wonder if we should maybe consider that. I'll copy schedule to you. Launch you. Go ahead and change your colors. Come on. There's the blue. And we gotta launch. We gotta launch this one as well when... oh, I guess we can already do that? No, we gotta wait. Cool. Off you go, and hopefully that'll again help our circumstances a bit more. But yeah, I feel like this double road... I guess actually it's a triple road. Helped tremendously with traffic, even though there isn't that much traffic density over here, right? So it's hard to compare because it's not a one-to-one comparison. But I certainly would rather not have, you know, this happening. Like these are really, really densely packed areas, and it's far from ideal. So I do wonder if I maybe want to consider that. This is cool. It's nice to see these places get filled up. Lots of people working here. I feel like we're finally getting, you know, workers here because the passengers aren't clogging up the buses. Oh my god, look at that. This is great. This is really good, actually. What, do we have a jam somewhere, potentially? No, everything's still moving. This is really good, though. Between 3 to 5k. I'm happy living in that region. Yeah, this is neat. Now, this is producing power, right? It is indeed. Well, it can produce power. It's not going anywhere, so it's not being produced, because why just, you know, push that power into nothingness, right? So eventually it'll actually start pushing that power out, but it is able to produce it right now. And the hookups, I'm wondering when I'm going to set them up. I mean, I guess I could get the, you know what? Do I want to do an underground connection? So how would we go about doing this? First of all, we need the high voltage wires, of course, right? Pull 18 out, or do we want to do the underground to pull 12 out? A fair bit less, actually. But the high voltage switch over here. No, not the switch, sorry, but the transformer. Pop down over here. Or at least one of them. And then bring power down to these guys from the underground, right? I think that'd be a nice first connection. Sure. Let's go ahead and establish you over here. I want to plan a little bit first, I guess. We actually have these like smaller outputs as well that I could use instead. Let's see. Can I get rid of you, please? Yeah, man. There we go. Get rid of you. Where is our medium voltage substation? Pop you down here. Decent reach on this one. Pop it down up over here as well. Right at the intersection, I guess. Because I don't think that intersection is going to... I don't think we're going to go on this way. Oh, you know what? We might eventually. So fine. Why don't we go ahead and pop you down over here just away from that intersection, actually. You're able to power quite a bit. Yeah. All the houses, not the school, but the kindergarten. We want the school as well. Put you down somewhere up over there or up over here. No, too tightly packed. Down over here, the bus stop's just out of our reach. Alright, let's start up over here. Pop you down like so. Cool. Go ahead and get the medium voltage wire. Like, I don't know if that's the right call. I don't know if that's the right call. I wonder if I should do the switch first. Right? And like pull that power out in a more meaningful amount and way, perhaps. It's going to be so hard to rework the electrical grid with these new options, with these new capabilities. Well, okay, why don't we go ahead and pop you down over here. Get the power coming in from up top. Pop you down like that, maybe. Or like this. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to angle this guy. Okay, let's do this. Let's pop you down like that. Get our connection. Underground. Fire extinguished. Okay, I was really worried about that imagery there for a second. I wish I could get like a proper topographical, like a orthographic view, sorry, not topographical. So I could see a proper like top-down angle. We gotta go even further here. There we go. Can I smooth this out any further? No, I can't. That's the most... I really wish this would look a bit more like train tracks sometimes. That's a bit too much. Again, we'll like literally never see these, so I'll be a bit more forgiving with myself. Hook you up like that. And then we could kind of keep going down here, right? Pull that down to roughly here. And then hook this up over like so. And my thinking is that this can then continue on and power something else further down. Like that's why I chose this like set of directions. I guess that works, and I think that'll be okay. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's our first connection from the nuclear power plant. I think it's only fitting that the nuclear adjacent little town over here gets the first taste of nuclear power. That underground connection's slowly coming through. Production's happening. We are hopefully going to start delivering power. There it is. There it is. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, folks. Finally happened. Took a sweet time, but it's finally happened. I'm really happy. I hope you all enjoyed this endeavor, this adventure that we've been on for so very long. And wow. Boy, was it an adventure with a bunch of detours, sometimes very literally as well. I'm really pleased with this though. This is it's just nice to finally see it done. And it was a complicated, like, lots of moving parts. It was very complicated. And getting all the workers... I think the thing I'm most excited about is getting all the workers up over here to get all this operational. That massive train line that we built, which is probably one of our longest train lines, is doing so much heavy lifting over here. And between that and everything else that's, you know, directly a part of the nuclear facilities and the nuclear power plant, this is one of my... one of the most exciting moments in recent, I think, times of this playthrough. One of the most exciting like endeavors, and so of course the conclusion of that endeavor has been very fun. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. This is where we're going to call it. I got to do 2 of the 3 things I set out to do. The third thing, I guess, will be the focus of our next session, and that'll be exciting. I'm actually kind of glad it worked out that way, because I feel like this will require a lot of attention to make sure that we have like a central plaza area where people are able to enjoy culture and are able to get food and meat and all that kind of stuff, and then maybe build out of that to actually get the housing, and just to make sure that people are, you know, much like we did at Veterinkagrad. This will be like Veterinkagrad 2.0 as far as layout is concerned. You know, all these people living around central facilities is maybe the approach I want to take in this new city over here. Well, you know what? We're actually gonna, I think, need a name for it. I think. Or it might just go by Klibruisk. Where's Klibruisk? Where is that name? There it is. I think we'll need a new name over here. So, I'll keep my eyes peeled for any suggestions, I suppose. But maybe we wait until we actually have something established over here to use as inspiration. Really excited for next session though, folks. This will be our next major endeavor, and hopefully it'll prevent this bleed we're seeing with regards to population. Unemployment is looking fantastic. I mean, this is, if I go this month, if I say, whoops, let's go back to, sure, September of last year, unemployment, look at that. Look at that huge drop. Oh my God. We've made a significant difference over here. We've made a significant dent. So, like, again, this is just a small moment that I'm checking in at. But significantly fewer passengers waiting at both of these stops, I think, is really tremendously helping our situation over here with regards to unemployment. But look at that drop from January of last year to January of this year. That is significant. That is significant. I'm quite pleased. Folks, I hope you had a good time. Again, as I was saying before, if you enjoyed, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, how I go about doing it. Again, y'all know the drill by now. A look at this nation that we have built, though. Can't wait to keep it going. Again, if you want it, you know what to do. Folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.